Hello makers, welcome to Always Yarn First, a podcast about knitting, crochet, spinning, and all the yarny goodness in between. I'm Lindsay and I'm coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas. As always, you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Always Yarn First. Welcome, this is episode 26 and guess what it is, you guys? It is my 1 year anniversary of podcasting. So super excited. So if you've been with me for a while, you know I name all of my episodes after song titles because I'm a big music fan. And so, I had to name today Anniversary by Tony. So, and I'm going to be having an anniversary giveaway on this episode to celebrate. So first, let me talk quickly about current make-alongs I have going on. I have two make-alongs. One is the Chevron Year Itch. Sorry, there's probably going to be more of that this episode. But it is a year-long make-along I'm hosting with my friend Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co. We are making Chevron blankets. This make-along goes through the end of January. Then the other one I'm hosting is Slash My Stash 2022 MAL. And that is, you can knit or crochet, make anything. Has to be in your stash from before this calendar year. That will end the end of this month. And I don't think I'm going to do that one next year. So this will be the last month of that make-along. So I do have, I wrote it down over here, a winner for November, and I'll put your name on the screen here because I think it's Ann Lichis, but I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I so apologize. Congratulations. Please contact me at AlwaysYarnFirst@gmail.com. And if you are a U.S. resident, I have a skein of yarn for you. If not, I will let you pick a pattern of your choice and I will purchase it on your behalf. So make sure you are using that hashtag or going to my Ravelry group page and posting things. We will have one more prize draw, which will be the beginning of January for our December prize for that giveaway. So, in the spirit of stashing, yesterday I went through my stash and pulled a couple more skeins of things that aren't really calling to me anymore. And I pulled 3 skeins that I'm going to be giving away for my anniversary giveaway. So, it's kind of a little bit of a mixed bag here. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to do one big giveaway. So I have 2 skeins here, so let's go through them first. This one is from Polka Dot Creek. This is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon in the colorway Sugar Cookie. And then this one, I bought the Arkansas Yarn Co. It knit onto others last year. This is Dream, and it is their Smooshy Cashmere fingering weight. So this is 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. So soft. I love it. It's so soft. I want to make it into something, but the colors just aren't calling to me. I love these colors, but not really when it comes to my face, all the warm colors. So that one. And then I pulled a 50-gram skein of Hypnotic yarn from my stash. And this is a plush sock mini, fingering weight, 85% superwash merino nylon, 15% nylon. And this is in Western Azure colorway. And I just got a mini because I can make a pair of socks from a 50-gram skein, but I do need a different color for heels, toes, and cuffs. So I just grabbed a mini, doesn't have a tag, from my stash. So to win these things, please make sure you're a subscriber here on YouTube. Like and comment below. I will pull a winner and announce it on the very next podcast, which will be the last podcast of the year. So make sure you enter for that right away. And stay tuned in 2 weeks when I announce the winner. And again, this will be for U.S. residents only for shipping things right now. So, all right. I think that's all the admin things. Yes. Okay. So on to what I am wearing. I am wearing, and I'm going to stick a picture in here, the Lamana Luxury Cardigan by Nordic Yarn Imports. I did not knit this. This is actually a store sample from Arkansas Yarn Co. In fact, I have the little tag here. There's the name of it. A friend of Lori's made this for her and sent it to her. I don't know the yarn color or brand. All I know is it's fingering held with mohair. And ever since they got this as a store sample, I always come to the store. I'm like, where's my sweater at? And I put it on. It fits me like a glove. I love the arms. They're fitted, but not tight. You know? So I adore this cardigan. And Lori and I are both going to be making it. In fact, we're making matching ones. So I am going to have her dye up her graphite color, which is her dark charcoal gray in sparkle with mohair. I'm on the fence if I'm going to have her do it in mohair or suri. I don't know which one, but definitely going to be graphite all the way across the board. And she has also decided to do the graphite in sparkle yarn. So we're going to have twinsy cardigans. So I probably won't start on that at least until January, just because of Advent knitting, and I'm finishing my husband's sweater, and I'm trying to finish my Chevron blanket. So, but she let me take this home the last time I was there, so I've been wearing it nonstop, but I have to return it in a few days when I see her again, which is okay. This has kind of just gotten me pumped for having my own. It is so warm. It is so cozy. So I'm very excited about it. Maybe we'll do a knit along. I think that Lori and Anna and Jessa had mentioned about doing like a cardigan knit along, and we'll just kind of ride along with that when we all are going to make cardigans. So that will be super fun. All right, so I have one finished object. It's a hat. You saw that I had this yarn last time. I had bought the City and this plump one, and then I bought a worsted weight to make mitts. I have not started the mitts yet, but this hat was super quick. This is the Hallmark movie hat by Arkansas Yarn Co. Just a basic hat, and this one does fit me. I went just exactly to pattern, but I think that I would need to knit it a bit longer. I have a big head. It does fit. Looks weird because I don't have such short hair, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit longer. So I think the pattern has you knit to 7 inches. I think the next one I'm going to knit to 8, just to give me a little bit of slouch in the hat. But love the color, so soft. So that is all I finished. So I have cast on one other thing actually just this morning. So a week or so ago, I don't think I mentioned it in acquisitions last time, I was at Joann's and I picked up a couple balls of this that was like half price. So I picked up a big old skein of this for like $4. So my grandma, last time I went to Iowa, my grandma had noticed I was wearing a headband, and she asked if I would make her a headband. So I thought, okay, well, I could make her the pattern I have, which I made because I really love that pattern. But I had seen this pattern online that I thought was really cute, and it is called the Amina Earwarmer by Krysten Grimes, and it uses super bulky, which this is. I had to special order these giant knitting needles. I just got them through Amazon. So these are US 35 19 millimeters for this. But here's where I'm at. This pattern is a whole 12 rows. I think I'm done. I finished 4. So if I knit more on this today, it'll get done. But you see it's like a herringbone stitch. So super cute. There's the back side of it. And then it twists up when you attach the ends together. So this pattern you can purchase on Ravelry, but if you go to her website, it's just on there for free. And basically it's just a 2-row repeat. So I would suggest the free one just because it's very easy. She also has a crochet version of this available also. So knitters or crocheters could make this up pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm going to gift this to my grandma. And like I said, I bought 2 balls of this, so I'm going to have a ton so I could make a couple. And I was just telling my daughter this morning, you know, a lot of times on Instagram or videos, people say, oh, this just knit up so quick because of giant yarn and giant needles. I don't know about you all, but yes, this is only 12 rows and I've done 4. So yes, it will knit up quick. However, I can't sit and just do this nonstop. These needles are just too big. It does not like flow well in my hands. The yarn does not slide easily. My cat is trying to come up here so bad. You went up? You went up? There she goes. All right, we're going to see how this goes. Anyway, so yes, it's easy, but I like do a row or 2 and then stop. That's why there is only 4 rows, because I'm like, okay, I got to do something else. But still, we'll get done this weekend, no problem. All right, so that's the other thing I've cast on. Now, the rest of the podcast, I have pretty much worked on, let's see, 2 sweaters, my Chevron blanket, and my 2 Advent projects. And that's it. That's pretty much going to be the whole month of December. So I will start with the Advent projects. And I am filming a vlog every day, but I started 2 days earlier. So I very carefully made sure not to add the color I opened today, because this podcast will go up on Sunday, the 11th. And I am working on the 12th colorway. So there's no spoilers if you've opened today, Sunday's yarn for Arkansas Yarn Co. But this is all completed from that point. So I'll talk about the knit pattern first. So I've got 1 Advent, Arkansas Yarn Co. 20 gram minis. And the pattern I decided on was the Hygge and Hearth scarf. This is by Samantha Troia. She is from Bumblebee Acres Farm, if you watch their podcast. And I like this one a lot. So this is going to be basically a cowl. So I provisional cast on at the beginning. And then I'm doing the exact same 24 rows every single day. So you can see I'm doing them in order. I'm keeping up to date every day, which is awesome. So here's today's color. And when I'm done, I will take out this provisional cast on, and then they will be Kitchenered together. So no matter how long you make this, it'll be nice. You can just kind of wrap it around multiple times around your neck, which I think will be great. And so the other nice thing about this pattern is it pretty much calls for 10 grams. So which meant I had half of my mini skein left. And I'm all about using that up because I have enough scraps. And so for me to get an advent calendar, I want to use the scraps up. So I found another pattern. And this one is the Just Feel Festive shawl by Caleisha Ryan. And this one, I decided to hold it with mohair. Oh man, my mohair is all wrapped around Okay, there we go. So this is pretty much a granny stripe shawl on the bias. So I kind of messed up one side, so I'm going to show you from the nice looking side. So again, so I just cast on, and I'm doing this, and so for this one, I am just going till I run out of the rest of the yarn. So I always do my knit one first to get my exact 24 rows in, but then I pick it up with the mohair and I go until I run out. So sometimes it's in the middle of the row. So here is today's the last color. You can see I'm right here. So then I just wait till I have a tail here, and then I keep the mohair attached, just move this yarn out of the way, and then I'll add the next color and just keep going. So again, this one could be really long, but I was averaging, I think when I first measured how much grams I had left, it was like 12 grams I was adding. But again, I'm not concerned with being exact on this. I'm loving it. And with the different colors, I like that the mohair's kind of taming it down a bit. So yeah, this one is super fun too. And I'm getting 2 full projects out of my one advent with 20 gram minis. So I am really excited about that. So those are super fun. I definitely suggest them if you want to. If you haven't started working with your advent, you don't know what to do, or you have a bunch of scraps you want to use up. So yeah, those are both really fun and really fast to work through. I have had no problem keeping up every day. In fact, the other day I was super sick and I still got both of those done. So, all right. So the last few things I've worked on, it's the things you've seen before. Let's see. Nope, not that one. That one's going to get worked on. All right. First of all, my sweater. Even though this wasn't a priority this month, there's been opportunities because I'm in the body of this sweater, which is just knitting and around. So sometimes I don't want to take my advent knitting with that if I have to think about it. My husband's sweater, I'm knitting sleeves and it's a 4-row repeat and I don't want to mess that up. So if it's a situation where I just need to not think about it, then I've been pulling this out and working on it. So this is the Rocket Tee DK version. And you'll see I have 2 stitch markers on here. So the brown stitch marker is where I was last podcast. The pink stitch marker, if you can see it, there it is. We went and saw Wakanda Forever the other night, and I took it into the movie because it was a long movie, and I knit all the rest of this in the movie and didn't drop any stitches, y'all. So I was super excited about that. So I've gotten a few inches on this sweater, which is super awesome because I really want it, but I'm trying to focus on, like I said, the advent knitting, crochet, my husband's sweater, and the chevron blanket. That is my goals for December to complete, if possible. So, and then, so let's see how I've done on my husband's sweater. This is in a Knick Knack Knits bag. And I feel like every time I always say it's not as much as I wanted progress. I mean, I'm still doing progress, and I don't even know. I don't think I even put in where I was last time. If I had even picked up the sleeve last podcast, but here we are. So this is the single malt sweater by Maxim. You can see I have done the body. I have not started this sleeve. I've made good progress on this sleeve. you do see a little stitch marker here in the pink. This is where I had finished the decreases, and I made my husband try it on because I wanted to see if those decreases were okay, if he wanted more decreases, or if I could just follow the pattern. And he was happy with it, which is awesome, because it always makes it easier for me if I know I can just follow the pattern. When I start the second sleeve, I don't have to think about changes I've made. So we are just knitting down, and we also measured that how much length he wanted before the cuff, how much cuff he wanted. So I made this marker here because I estimate I have to knit another 8 inches from that marker before I start the cuff, and then he wants 2 inches of cuff. So I have another 10 inches on this before I can pick up the second sleeve. So again, hoping to get this done by the end of the calendar year because I promised him a sweater. There's my Cardigan. She's been having a nasty habit of going over here and trying to get my little trinkets on my shelf here. So she's been very intrigued because I've been filming every day, vlogging, and she wants to be in the video pretty much every day. She knows when I'm filming and talking, she decides to get up here on the desk with me. So she wants her 15 minutes of fame. So yeah. Hey, sweater, go in bag. All right, so those are my sweater knittings I have been doing. All right. And my last project is my big old Chevron blankets. So if you watched the December unboxing video of Lori and I, I had surprised Lori and worked a bunch on this because when we filmed last time, I was just starting the green. So the stitch marker you see is the last of my podcast. The last unboxing, the November unboxing, I was just starting the green. And so I surprised her, and when we filmed the unboxing, I had just started November's colorway, this one. And she still hadn't even started the green one yet. And she likes to race me. And I think that's funny. Because she has enough on her plate, but she's the one that always wants to make it a race. So I told her in the December unboxing, I'm like, well, you know, I'm almost to the December color. And she's like, oh, it's on now. So I messaged her last night. I am done with this November color. I finished this last night. So all I need is the border colors and then my December and then finish, let's see. And then I think I just finished with the white because when I started, I didn't do the whole border. I just did 2 rows of wedding cake. So that's what I'll do with this one too on this side. So yeah, I am near the end, friends. I'm so excited about this. Lori and I will still be making blankets next year. We have a different theme. The Sock Yarn Society box will have a different theme. But I'm not going to spoil those things on here. You will have to watch our January unboxing, which will come out January 3rd-ish. I usually give it a couple days after they've shipped. So, yeah, so happy with this. Again, this is on my, I would love the next unboxing to bring a finished object. That would be awesome. But let's see, well, I have 2.5 weeks till we film next. So it's just a balancing act between this and the sweater. Because if I do not get my husband's sweater done by the end of the year, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Because I have told him for months, you'll have it by the end of the year. You'll have it by the end of the year. So it's just a balancing act of, that's why I haven't worked on a lot of my whips, because I have to focus on these 4 things and that's it. But you know how that goes. So that is all my making. So next, so sorry. So next, let's talk about the podcast of the week. And this week, it's Mad About You, EWE. And this is Madeline. She lives in Australia. And she loves to travel. In fact, she was gone quite a while for there, a few months of just traveling. I know that she met Krysten and Maddie at Rhinebeck, but she is super cute, and I love to see what she's making. So go check her out on YouTube. And then, let's see. Next, I have some spinning. So, first of all, I had finished my first, bat from Gritty Knits. You guys had seen that I had bought quite a bit of Gritty Knits things. And so I finished spinning and plying one, and I will insert a picture of it finished. This is pre-washed, but I did just finish it a couple of days ago, and I'm excited about it. And even more exciting is I finished it right before more fiber came in the mail. So I know this kind of goes with the acquisitions, but we'll talk about it now with spinning. So the same week I ordered Gritty Knits, Thanksgiving week, when I went a little bit crazy about the fiber, I had ordered Rolags from my favorite. This is the Woolly Witch. She is on Etsy. She makes fabulous Rolags. That gives you an idea. I bought 10 ounces of this colorway because it's like blue and oranges, which is my favorite. So, love it. And let me see. So, I haven't completed this. I started spinning this the day I got it. It's still on my bobbin. So, that's a pretty good view. So, yes, this is the start of that spin. I love it so much. Oh, I'm telling you, if I ever convince you guys to start spinning, may I just suggest you start with a Rolag, which is this. It looks like a big old tube. And the reason being, it just falls apart, and it's when you're learning to spin and you're trying to draft that fiber, this just makes it so easy. It gives you the confidence that you're doing it right. Not to say you can't use braids and other things like that, but I started with that, and I felt like I was fighting it the whole time. And then once I tried this one, I'm like, okay, I am doing it right. Just these other ones need a little bit more attention before I start the spin. So anyways, so I started this, super excited about it. You see I have tons more. And I don't know if I mentioned, I did join Gritty Knits. She has lots of monthly clubs, and one of them is a bat of the month. So it's always 4 ounces. I got the 4 ounces. You can get in 4 or 8 ounces. So I did get that because I really like her aesthetic. I'm liking the bats I have so far. I had a fairly easy time with the first bat I did. So I decided that will at least, that will at least always keep me having a bat of fiber. Like I said, I wanted to have at least a small stash of fiber so that when I'm spin, I have something beautiful to work with. So finished one, started another one. So let's talk about other acquisitions I got, which I have in here. So Arkansas Yarn Co., I think Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, I don't know which one, that weekend was having a sale. And I was in the middle at the time making this hat and just kind of enjoying the bulky yarn. And hers is, of course, so soft. So I went online and got a couple more colors. So I got one called Walking on Sunshine, and then I got Rose Gold. And I have a good bit of the green left. I might do a little bit of striping in this yellow, especially because I know I want to make it longer. That other hat was a little too small for me. So yeah, I got these. And then I don't have it with me, I ordered another skein of graphite and wedding cake. You'll remember that that's what I use as my borders in my blanket. And I thought, well, while they're on sale, I might as well at least get one of each because I might use them in my next year's blanket. I don't know. And if not, they're white and gray, so they will go with something in a project. So I just thought I might as well while they're on sale. So I did get a skein each of those. And then I had to get mohair. If you have been watching my vlogs, you saw that crochet project where I'm holding mohair. So that mohair was Hue Loco mohair. I had one in my stash. I think it's called Snowshoe, which I'm pretty sure is just her natural color. And so I started with that. I knew the one skein wouldn't be enough. So as soon as I realized I was going to use it for my Advent, I went on her website and I ordered 2 more. But then the package got lost in the mail and I was like down to a little bit and I got really nervous. And so then I went on to Arkansas Yarn Co. and bought 2 of her natural white mohair. And then the next day, magically, the Hue Loco one came, which was hilarious. And I did need it that day. So timing was just right. Just it was lost for a while that I was like, okay, I'm okay being a little behind on this project, but I didn't want to be like, 2 weeks waiting for it. So I got basically 4 skeins of like the white natural the mohair. 2 from Hue Loco, 2 from Arkansas Yarn Co. So I'm using the Hue Loco. Pretty sure I'm going to need all those skeins, at least part of the last skein, for the Advent project because that project is crochet and so it goes through yarn faster also. But if I run out of the Hue Loco, I have Lori's yarn that I can dig into. And if I don't need Lori's yarn, again, it's white, it's natural. It will go with projects. It's not a funky colored, so I didn't really hesitate buying it because I just wanted to be able to finish those projects. So lots of mohair in my stash right now. So that is all my acquisitions. I think that's it. Okay. I did mention this about future knitting. So kind of comes with acquisitions. I haven't purchased it yet. But this sweater, because this is a longer cardigan, I knew this would take a lot of yarn, plus you're holding it double. And so I've actually been saving cash for months to special dye this so that the colors would come out even. Which is good because I'm like, when we figured out how many skeins of each I need, I was like, oh, that is a luxury cardigan. But then Lori reminded me, she's like, but you like how this feels. And I'm like, you're right. If I'm going to get a special cardigan made in the color I want it to be a color that can work with everything, thus the graphite. And I want it to be what I want. I want it to be nice. This is a luxury cardigan, and that's what I want it to be. I have no problem using cheaper yarns. I have no problem using Knit Flicks. I've made lots of sweaters from that. I said, but for this, I wanted the feel of this. So I'm splurging and getting this made. Probably we will, Lori says she wants me to come over and dye with her so we can both dye our sweater quantities together. But definitely won't be starting until January, but that is definitely a future knit. And then kind of talking about future knits, talk about Make 9, and I've talked about that before, and I've been talking about it on the vlog if you've watched that. I am making 2 Make 9 boards this year. I'm going to make one especially of items that are currently already whips. I have started them that I want to finish next year. I want them off my needles. And then 9 of the projects I would like to make. Hopefully most of which ones are in my cupboard here where I already have the pattern, I already have the yarn. I'm literally ready to go. But there's a couple ones that maybe like I haven't gotten it yet. But I think most of the ones I'm thinking are going to end up on that list already have the yarn, with the exception of this, which I'm getting dyed. So yeah, I will post those as soon as I can. Probably on the next podcast, I will put them in here, but they definitely will go on my Instagram within the next week. So again, with the Make 9s, I don't put pressure on myself. I have never finished a Make 9 board, and I'm okay with it. For me, it's kind of almost like a reminder, oh yeah, I really did want to make this year. I keep the Make 9. I have a folder where I keep all my podcast things and pictures of things. I keep my Make 9 picture in there so I can constantly see what's in there. And if you're curious about my Make 9 this year, I have finished one item, which was my 5-year sweater, I call it. And then 2 items are on my needles currently out of 9. So, and that's okay. It's okay. It's fun to do it and kind of see where your head is at the beginning of the year and know that, things are going to come out. Tastes are going to change, different things happen, and it's okay. But I just I have a planner brain, and I want to plan, even if that doesn't come to fruition, and I don't beat myself up about it. So that is all I have for you guys this week. I hope that you've been watching the vlogs. I hope you've been enjoying that. I am a complete newbie at that. It has been a challenge to remind myself to record things throughout the day. I live a fairly boring life. I mean, I love it. I'm an introverted homebody, but I try to put a few fun things in there that you guys would enjoy. And you guys, yes, you do get to see my morning face, which is like this. So it is what it is. I'm trying to be real with you guys. I'm trying not to act a certain way. This is who I am. And I hope that, you guys are enjoying it. But I will see you in a few weeks, and hopefully by then, a bunch of finished objects, at least my Advent stuff. So see y'all later. Bye.